today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson and the Green Bay Packers taking on Deshaun Watson and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes. Because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all.
If only they food was as good as that advertisement.
That mobility, truly an asset, and people are game
planning. If only they food was as good as that advertisement.
Recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Them and Applebee's on the same
offense now onto the field, leading them out. The reigning
MVP
of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 4 catches, 68 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. Ebron's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Edwards-Helaire. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
There you go, Trey.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receiver.
What was he doing? Playing with his dad's gun or something?
What happened then? And they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting him outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers a week ago for Michel, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
On second down, Michel, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Faking the give, now Watson. This is the tight end fan. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out, you've won the minute.
I thought I could get away.
Receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Copeland just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Forced out to his left. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 48.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Never works out.
Nothing.
You got 2 pairs.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
Aww.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, first down Packers. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Oh.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
Hold it. Something.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He ain't even using his feet. He just
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with
Thank you, Grady.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time.
Jackson
Hey, go.
lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Yeah.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Keeping it on the ground on first.
Dang.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out. This is caught at the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Again, it's Watson.
Let's go,
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Eric Ebron.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. There's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Edwards-Helaire.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be caught by Cup. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
There you go, Grady.
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Sony Michel as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Jaguars 17.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Watson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's the first time he touched the ball.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. Michelle. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage, forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
I'm surprised this joke ain't trying to
So
take
here are
off
the
with his
Packers
feet.
now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across
He was getting ready to. Then he had eyes in the back of his head and he seen Judy pop
13
up.
yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the head of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Trust the
and the
man.
end result there, nice first down. God keeps moving.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
He's going to take off with it.
Missed that joke.
The 34. Call it a gain of 4.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback.
Oh, you're not going to play no more?
They've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Yes.
Sideline, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Dirty jokers.
He's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Ain't that some crap.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Bosher is set to kick off.
Returning it, John Ross. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Well, no.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz
they begging us to pass it,
you're going to smother it. A lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked in terms of...
There you go, Calvin. Get in front of him.
Chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Thank you, Calvin. Way to step in front of that.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Graham Gano set to kick
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this
Dang, that's the second time you gave us that kind of play back-to-back weeks. Darius trying to just dive for interceptions.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Way to go, guys.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Way to be there, Kaiser. He made all 3 plays straight.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
Missed it.
But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A third-quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That cucumber water should be ready tomorrow.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 35 on second down, Watson, he's going to take off.
Don't got no stuff.
A few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, I'll look up some recipes if we got the stuff to make it.
His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Baker in on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and 5 now. Watson, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Yo, screen is off.
In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Decline.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. On first and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh! Misread that. Bad aim.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You're supposed to walk right into that tree.
Going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jackson on first down.
There you go, William.
Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
What?
The pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he's
like didn't even try to play
first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
All the time.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right.
You
they'll work it inside the 15-yard line.
I had to cover Judy. I had to help with Judy.
Keeps it himself for 11 on the first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account.
Man, you know what, Aaron, you have not done nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. This whole season.
And he turns it into a nice gain.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 5-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson.
Oh, there you go, Trey! Pick number 2. Taking it to the crib.
Get there and pick it. He's at the
You ain't
50.
catching him.
He's at the 30. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about, Trey.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.
Yep.
They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case,
Yes,
but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
You better do it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
They line Judy and Cooper Cup.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive
That's
moving.
the reason.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
11 more on that one and another first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Escape, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Possession.
I'm going to say
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson.
There you go, the Marcus swatting stuff away.
It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Incomplete.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Get in there, groove.
Now it's Jackson.
Look at Trey.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What do you do for a living, Trey? Break up stuff.
Intended for Cooper Cup. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I had to do something different.
One last shot for Jackson.
Pick it off somebody.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Oh, he caught it. Whoop-de-doo. Congratulations.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
Y'all
the
got
defensive
mollywop.
guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis,